We started off with motion last time, and we have already completed the first part of the motion. So today we shall be discussing another concept in chapter motion of class 9 physics. So today we shall be talking about how do we measure the rate of motion. We were talking about what is motion, how do we describe motion, and motion along straight line, how do we calculate distance, what is displacement, and then we also had a discussion on uniform and non-uniform type of motion, right? So now object ra nganzu ki nam ki jong la zu ki ta thong de du na la example ni da ra chala ju gu gyu dang gi na nganzu ki lamsang khari observe chi ri la na ra chala di golu du du le ra ta chala di golu du la di what we are trying to do is we are trying to quantify the motion. Motion di any quantity ji na la express che gi nganzu gi ta thablam che wa so measuring the rate of motion le di thana re ra physical quantities khashi ji gi any nganzu gi motion gi rate measure che re ra. So the first quantity that we are going to discuss about is speed. Ta mangbu ji gi thick speed lai di nganzu nam gi di biju tang de na la biju tang go ra speed la di hine nganzu gi namgi gi context na la speed la di khande ro ji la ko la na inji mi ji gyobo ro ji la speed la ni ko do hine speed la di inji mi ji gyobo la ko ro la na no, right? So speed di khari la ko la na how fast or how slow a particular object is moving. Ra chala gugyo tangi na chala gugyo tangyo di ani gyolo gugyo tangyo do yamina khali chalo gugyo tangyo do niga lo khure ra khanda khyo gi che je ro gugyo tang gi che je go se ji ra gyobo tangyo do na gyobo gi che khali tangyo do na khali gi che je ro di la ngju gi speed la re ra ta khasin ngju motion de she ge de tanan de she ge ra object ji gugyo tang cha we shugula inji minji distance cover chi re ra certain amount of distance is covered when an object starts moving, and then particular time period is taken to complete that distance. Distance cover chiela ani thuji gorgo relas. So last time when we were discussing motion, what is motion, these two factors came into play. Factor di ni nganzu discuss chire distance gorgore distance cover chire and distance cover chiela thuji ni jin gorgo relas. The factor thara ni gala base ne nganzu gi speed de. When we are explaining speed, we take in consideration these two factors. Object jigi ani thuju khaje nala distance khaje cover chidu, that gives you speed. So in short, speed can be defined as speed can be defined as distance per unit time. And distance cover that gives you speed. So speed can be mathematically written as, expressed as, speed is equal to distance divided by time. The formula while discussing the chapter motion and time in class 7, we have come across this formula. Formula D okay, now the formula D what equation al tidwa that handa kina zu kuwagi standard lape we gen the formula D khadu in a simple pijutang ne tigore ra. The standard way of expressing any formula is by using its symbol. So symbol pijutang be now we get the formula V is equal to S divided by T. The kina zu symbol shaya ra nganzo khadi symbol sha urela na symbols zo ra speed la khadu in a V. The thing also the one is you mata. Speed la V T me speed la S T in la you mata. This standard round. Kadu in a V la du speed la core distance the S time the T. Dukshine and the formula express here. So V stands for speed, S stands for distance, and T stands for time. So this is how we express the formula for speed. Speed gi any mathematical formula khandes thiru na ani V is equal to S divided by T. Okay, now whenever we are talking about formulas, physics nala nganju ki formula da dinde ki ke she yundi ro formula nala khadi ne formula da nyam bu khari jar ko rela na unit jar ko ro kisi ngi gi an motor di speed 25 re dula na it doesn't make any sense, right? 25 khari be 25 km per hour in be 25 meter per second in be, so khadi ne it becomes all more important and comprehensive that we attach unit to the formula. Formula nyam do khadi ne unit discuss shurel ra. So in case of speed ki unit kharcha gi bela na distance khadi unit khadi ne ngajo distance ladu length sigla or wa ring jik. So length ki unit hai na distance ki unit di khadi ne standard unit di meter hai. Meter is denoted by letter M, and then time ki standard unit di second hai. Ra ta khashi gi SEC thingye yore khashi gi S thingye yore khanda time khaji ngajo second ra ta unit di mashi mewa khapko marta ngajo length distance nala kilometers yore centimeters yore ra ani time nala minutes yore hour yore ta hina ngajo de le di standard lengor wa so in this way speed ki unit di kharsha grbela na meter per second ra khashi gi di chidang di in this thing ke yor ra loktim nala ma chang gi chidang de dux tire in a meter per second and dux ne jigore ra, so that becomes the SI unit, standard unit for speed. Speed gi standard unit di any meter per second real. However, we have some other units like centimeter per second or kilometer per hour. Dinzo ge any unit nala real in standard unit nala thila du khadu ne meter per second nala express sure. So that is all about the speed ki formula and speed ki unit chat ra. Okay, now talking about uniform and non-uniform speed ra da ho motion discuss chide thana ra motion discuss chi chela ni we talked about uniform motion and non-uniform motion, right? So now while talking about speed also ra the speed ki je she uniform speed da non-uniform speed le ngor ra ta ine di base is the thing on the call churela na uniform motion da non-uniform motion ki definition thala la base le ra we can explain what is uniform speed and what is non-uniform speed, right? So ngajo taking ye like you nishi ra motion ki discuss chi di factor ni di distance da time ni ga chagor wa factor ni di, so di kala base ni ra ta kisi ra object ki an equal distance in equal interval of time cover chigi na a particular object moving along a straight line, right? Inji minji ta uniform motion disha ge du ngajo khadi ne straight line chakala move chigi wa consider chigorta as soon as it changes its direction change shiwata ani quick the uniform cha dung mare because there is a change in direction, right? So here uniform motion disha ge yundi equal distance in equal interval of time, whereas non-uniform motion la unequal distance, right, in equal interval of time. Those uniform da non-uniform motion disha ge warwa chiku speed thana re ra kisi object chigi ani equal interval of time chinala and speed ra I mean the distance chiku cover chini dugu na that becomes uniform speed, right? And when object covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, non-uniform motion chinala dugu na that becomes non-uniform speed. Quick speed the constant dewo marwa speed fluctuate chigorwa nam gi nyong ananzu gi real life ki ani movement ki example di changma nangla ani khari yorela na speed di ngazu gi constant che dewo mare ra motor move chidi ne re tanga mi khomba ge du ne thara ra thangba start chi ndu ngazu energy ne ani karoni thangchen khali durwa do shine dizu sangma ani kharna charula na uniform speed na la charu real. One very important concept related to speed thagin ye lagyo nishirwa nganzu gi real life ki example mangbo chinala ani motion di uniform yungu mare ra motion di khadi ne non uniform ki instances di ma yungore. So in such case nganzu gi speed di constant di mena and the rate of motion we express it in the form of average speed. Ra speed khona member che average speed lene nganzugi express chire. Okay. That the mean dikhado ko do ra average speed le. But then it is nothing but the same formula we are going to use here. Ra formula thalang piju tangais. Average speed, V stands for average speed, S for distance, and T for time. In a thanda de la khari kheba li lana. ST, it doesn't mean one particular distance, it means the total distance covered divided by total time. Any unit there meter per second, standard unit. So average speed nala kanda object jigi ani speed constant de o marwa ta kanda khugi at stretch distance khaje cover chi ra de and total khaje na cover chi and kuni gi ratio digi nganjol khati rela na average speed ti rela. So this is all about speed, right? Speed ladu any object jigi ani movement ki any color fast khaje tu slow khaje tu digi rate dila nganjo ki speed la wa. It is mathematically expressed as distance divided by time. And it has a unit meter per second as standard unit and a unit shema nala centimeter per second kilometer per hour in case of non-uniform motion where speed doesn't remain constant, speed change and in that case rate of motion we express it in the term of average speed where it is given by the formula total distance divided by total time. That's all about the speed. The speed nala, let's say 25 meter per second. This speed, a car is moving at the speed of 25 meter per second. A ball is moving at the speed of 25 meter per second. So 25 meter per second ladi speed tungo object gugyo tangyo na gugyo tangyo gi speed di and 25 meter per second di specify chitu gore. But then 25 meter per second di direction mentioned chi duelis. 25 meter per second lana akko shot cholo to do noob cholo to do khala to do wall to the direction che mention chigo mare. It is just the magnitude value thara mashi and kwenyam dola direction that they mention chigo mare. The physical quantity chigi and magnitude nyam do direction ge mention chigo. So those mentioned here in the expression the comprehensive third door. So if I say 25 meter per second towards east, now east the show chigo de lana chala gukyo tangyo digi direction show chigo direction show chidi speed tanyam do khari le or lana direction le or so speed tanyam do direction mention chingi ani physical quantity dila we call it as velocity. Okay, so velocity can be defined as speed with direction. Speed tanyam do direction mentioned chi deles. It is more or less speed. Digala tewa khari ruvelana tewa ani dinyam do speed danyam do direction mentioned chi deles. That again is speed dikhara scalar quantities. Speed the magnitude chikpo mashi direction kyoku mention chigo mare. However, velocity is a vector quantity. Velocity the khari velana vector quantity is vector quantity ladu kugi magnitude nyam do direction show chigo is. So that is the reason why velocity is vector quantity. Ta kyanzo gi loktim na tiboka she nzugi differentiate between speed and velocity. Speed the velocity keba ti la de so the na nzugi speed is scalar quantity is, whereas velocity is a vector quantity. Speed gi any magnitude chikbu mashiting mares, whereas velocity gi magnitude nyam do direction specify chi des. Those shineng on the difference tinai de go example nala speed gi example nala a car is moving at the speed of 25 meter per second. Whereas velocity gi any example to 25 meter per second towards any specific direction specific to any east west north south khariti those te vina any vector quantity velocity chart or so that is how you write the difference between speed and velocity. Okay, now talking about the formula for velocity. Speed the velocity nigala formula chik pa v is equal to s divided by t. Tajing on the formula thana pichutane v the speed la calling thanda dela we are going to take v as velocity. Taji dila on the s the distance near thanda dila velocity la ani direction the deva you do we take displacement here length rang de da hine s the khacha rure displacement chatur, whereas t stands for time. Displacement the kabo chela ani tujo khaso korwa the ani this expression gives you the ani velocity of a particular object moving object gi ani velocity che legduna on the formula dipichu tanga re. Okay, and for the standard unit SI unit la tikpa chikyang chine meter per second this standard unit che SI unit che, and then we have some other units like centimeter per second, kilometer per hour chikpa chikyang che ta doshine ani speed the velocity ni gi context che okay dine uniform velocity the non uniform velocity ki kejeli uniform velocity la di condition khari thangor wala na speed chikpa gore speed chikpa gore nyam dola direction ge chikpa gore direction change the speed chikpa dene ge velocity chikpa chang mare khajala. Let us take an example of an object moving uniformly in a circular path circle chinala move chiyu na tushine quick speed chikpa chikan thi ne be ani direction chikpa thi velan thi mare dela le du quick direction di jo sol do ruwa dine ma in the wall rugin rustwa dine pha tushine particular instance really la ani quick direction change go. So as soon as it changes direction, velocity will not be uniform, right? So uniform velocity nala we should have same speed and same direction. And non-uniform velocity kijishi undi yamena speed chikpa megyo yamena direction chikpa megyo yamena speed the direction niga chikpa megyo tinso ani non-uniform velocity ki example chagre. Now let's talk about average velocity. Object chik any straight line. Let us suppose an object is moving along a straight line. Langa khatu chini move chiyo bache that too at a variable speed. Speed change chi move chiyo na. Then in that case tinde nala ani nganzu ki rate of motion di we express it in the form of average velocity. Average velocity de khande chagla na taji nganzu average speed calculate chigo ne chiku chikyang de v is equal to s divided by t, where s stands for total displacement and t stands for total time. And v the average velocity here. Okay, so this is how we express average velocity in terms of an object moving along a straight line with a variable speed, right? That is wrong. TC object ki velocity in a case where object ki velocity is changing at a uniform rate. Velocity ani chikpa sine change na. In that case, average velocity ani nganzo khandes lingi vel na average velocity is taken as arithmetic mean of initial and final velocity. Object digi go to yundi ki velocity khaze imbe and object digi final velocity khaze imbe di niga gi mean di lingi rel hanzo particular time chinala ani initial velocity khaze redwe and final velocity khaze redwe di ki mean di nganzola average velocity di rel ta hanzo simple shayadi thanda velocity la di u da v la term ji li de ta di nganzo lop je mangbo na chewe thanda motion che di chela force and loss of motion di chela gravitation din sangma nala hanzo formula thalan ru de so u la di khadi ne kharil gu ri na initial velocity. U will always stand for initial velocity. Go to yundi object ki velocity khaze imbe dila u ki indicate chi rel. And then v stands for final velocity. Tapu mangbo ji de thu du taji v lana velocity the average velocity speed la pheju ta suns ta handa dela final velocity la v le do study. It all depends on the nature of the question that has been provided to you. Cancel the physics na calculation ma le ngurwa. So calculation na la mang che gi nganzo gi v la the final velocity consider rang chini doere wa shugu la tadi tiba mongole yende cancel go to. So initial the final velocity ki ke just you the khadu ne initial che v the khadu ne final velocity che reales. Ta thanda gansu gi dingye de la we were talking about average speed, and then we were talking about average velocity. Speed the velocity discuss chidiyo gansu gi ta speed khandis calculate chigurwe velocity khandis calculate chigurwe ni average speed la na khare average velocity la na khare. We were all discussing about it, right? So now there is a question in your textbook. Example round it. Example 8.3 chat shoklan kada ni la. A tiba dinala the tiba di chu mewa chat tiba dinala you have been given a situation cancel a condition kanda case to stay and the color base we were asked to find average speed and average velocity, right? That situation kanda there is a swimming pool. Swimming pool the length 90 meters reals. So let's suppose this is your swimming pool, and swimming pool ki length 90 meter. Dine dibodu ki length 90 meter reals. Ta usha la gi swimmer jero me ki ani pa 90 meter pa jik do dine chu rangja lo les. That means 90 chine 180 meter cover chi do di cover chi la tuju khajo go wela na within 1 minute. 1 minute la 60 seconds la war 60 seconds na la amugi swimming pool ki empty ne en shimba boduche and suranja lo le re. Now in that case you have been asked to find average speed and average velocity. The case di nala an kanala average speed khaje chagirbe average velocity khaje chagirbe len telen ter ta khadi ne physics ki question khandi ji solve chi ne you must read the question very carefully. Question yakuchine lo question dinala given khari te do di ma sort out chi kerangi given correctly question nala take you give values given khari do then so onzo yakuchin ma len to suna half of the question is done thiwa ta khaje confusing you na given values so ta le you na ani thiwa ta chera solve thiwa ta chik chik yang de ta ganjo del example le na del ganjo la khari te le na total distance there usha gi total distance khaja cover chire 180 meter cover chire khandis cover chire 90 padur 90 chulir 90 kala 90 tomna 180 chagru 90 meter plus 90 meter will give you 180 90 kala 90 tomna 180 le ko jimje ta hala de ani distance di cover chire la ko gi total time khaje le re na 1 minute. Chaswa, di nganzo la given de. Ta di given di ne nganzo khari haguru vela na displacement khazo ima nganzo hagurwa. Displacement na nganzo same barwa. We took an example. Nganzo example point A ne B bodu do B ne ya C liyon C ne yangja A liyon chine nganzo ki displacement ki example chine rwa thala re de la. Mugi let's suppose she started from point A. The point A in point A ne point B la do re the point B ne point A la rangja sulit the make displacement the khaja in that case 90 minus 90 so rangja lo sardi make initial the final point niga point A chawar so in that case total displacement is 0 meter re. So that is all given from the question itself. On the question it is the question we have been asked to find average speed and average velocity. Average velocity kazi rebelane on the adjective. Okay. The average speed in the average speed is given by the formula total distance divided by total time. In this case, your total distance is 180 meter. So 180 meters. Dine total time the 1 minute here. Ta pu mangbuji khachire khandi te ne rangja thire. Ta didi ngonzo khari thimba shaya na time ki standard unit minute rwela na no. Right? Time ki standard unit the second. So minute the second la convert chode. Ta kama chik na la second khazu rwela na thama lela ochine we have 60 second and dishe ge rwa. Kama chik na la 60 second rwa. Ta khadu ne khari thimba shaya rela na unit convert chidu rwa. Ta bencha shina thanda de la nganju minute ne second la convert chidwa. Minute ne second la. So unit che ne chunga ji la convert chidu khadu ne multiply che. Rwa unit chunga ne che la convert chidu khadu ne nganju gi divide chi. Ta divide the multiply khaju chi re lai di and delta ben chi. Rwa bencha shina kama chik na second thuju rwa. So nganju 60 gi multiply chi. Kama chik na second thuju yu de la divide ke 60 ki chi. So thanda nganju minute ne second la convert chidu 1 into 60 china 60 rangja li rwa. Ta kisi kama ni yu na 2 into 60. Kama sum yu na 3 into 60. Kama chu yu na 10 into 60 chine nganju multiply tang rel unit chunga ne konda unit che ne chunga la convert chidu multiply che unit chunga ne che la tang du divide chi. Ta 60 de thangma la jikba marta ya. Thanda nganju time ki kiji shego rwa. Ya meter da centimeter gyurya meter da kilometer gyurdu the value di change chirda. Di chikpa dhire value di change chire. Okay, so I hope it's all clear. Che ra tanganju de la time di 60 che. So in that case 0 cancel. 6 1s are 6, 6 3s are 18. So average speed in this case is 3 meter per second. The meter imba, the second imba, so meter per second che. Ra ta bu khashi gi nge khazing the khazing yin gilo ngonzo khare concept discuss chi calculation chi unit the last 3 lane nge lai ra the la ko kimse kharla na khashi gi de la s thi ra s the 5 to 3 do khashi gi and they multiply down to 60 ki ma dang wa che 605 ki multiply dang in de yore ra khanda divide chi de consider chi 60 second ra 5 to 3 to 605 lane confusion chane ani answer not going in the day yore so dukchine ngonzo unit khadi ne last la the che rwa. Okay ta dine next thing ngonzo average velocity the rwa. Average velocity is given by the formula total displacement divided by total time che. Displacement di in this case 0 chai khajina na ko pha do na 90 rwa churangja low less wa churangja low le du ani starting point the final point initial point the final point ni ga point thalang chai rwa so ku chul le umi de displacement kharcha re 0 chai re. Okay time is 60 right so 0 out of 60 le du 0 chine ani average velocity dikha chai re 0 meter per second. So this is how we solve this question. Ra ta dine do chini khyang lok tip na thiwa mongbo yore adin su solve chi. Ra example tharan lini anzo lok tip gi thanda examples zo pe khode o chini chi yore ra di sharga shue member che khande solve chi de namzo si de ra ani anzo thiwa mongbo chi clear cha urdi. Okay now anzo gi taging gi topic ra speed che velocity discuss che ra dine we also know what is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion thangbo ko zu indine ra. Now in case of uniform motion ra let's take an example. Object any uniformly move to you ra that too along a straight line to move to you in that case kisi velocity remains constant. If the velocity remains constant ra or a uniformly moving object along a straight line where velocity remain constant, in such case at any particular given time interval ra time interval conditionally akugi any the change in velocity remains 0. Velocity change chigogi velocity chikpa di and givo the 0 real. However, in case of non-uniform motion, Rather, object is non-uniformly move chigiyo che. That means unequal distance in equal interval of time. Ra. Ta dindi move chigiyo che. And there la ani velocity di change chigiyo na. Velocity varies. Ra. Velocity change chigiyo na. And in that case, ra at any particular given time interval, ani velocity change chigiyo value di will not be zero. Zero mares. Ra. Ta di nganzo khandes deshe ke imbalance. Velocity change shidu da velocity change machine constant didu ani velocity change ye chejurwa di dishi gala we have our third physical quantity that we are going to discuss today, that will be acceleration. Ra ta nganzo gi acceleration la chik di mabu khoir ra motor accelerator motor chandu and the brake re the clutch re the accelerator re like do accelerator name suna a motor race kala yugo chik gogyo dang do. So dokshine kanda acceleration ladu ani ngajugi the acceleration ki ani khari deshe kya tu ruela na velocity khare change chido ra it can express the rate of change of velocity khare change chido di cheje ra di ani ngaju acceleration ki through deshe kya tu rel. So acceleration defined chila suna, it is rate of change of velocity. Velocity change yegi ani chedila. Velocity change yegi chedila on the acceleration like right. That means acceleration. Okay, acceleration is denoted by letter A. Right. So it's equal to change in velocity divided by time. The any mathematical expression ra manzuki acceleration khandes express chigi belana, we can express acceleration in terms of change in velocity divided by time. Ta anjo khali themba shaw dulana ra formula chidu anjo thanda rate like chig manguli re ra thanda power thanda the next ki chapter dinju nangla ra rate like chig rate ladu khodi ne chej la ra ra say the any rates la formula la ma express yundu khadi ne denominator la any time lead ra thanda de la time lead wa rate of change in velocity ra velocity change chegi say the la any velocity change che la tuzo khazo gordus ra the any the expression digi ngonzo any acceleration express chi tu re ra okay tadi ngonzo le la uchini khandes tigin bela na change in velocity. Change le gywa lawar wa khaze gywa there. Ta gywa thela and starting velocity khaze re do final velocity khaze re do din thamali rwa dela. So let's suppose an object ki an initial velocity di u imba che wa object move chi gyo che object di ki okay, let's suppose the ball the move chi gorda ball the move chi di ki initial velocity di u che after time t any ki initial velocity di konda final velocity di khaje char vela na v char wa v. So in that case konda acceleration khandes t vela na final change in velocity da final khaje re du tarwa dine initial di mathe divided by t. So the formula di ngonzo khati vela na it will give us acceleration. So the equation di raw what equation di ngonzo symbols nala express na ani a is equal to v minus u divided by t, where v stands for final velocity, u stands for initial velocity, and t stands for time. That again a deshe ke unit ra khadi ne formula nyam do ani unit res ra. Now in this case unit kharcha values a is equal to d meter per second ra v khiji chik pa chikyang u khiji ke meter per second che time khiji second ra. Okay, so here a is equal to the minus u the common leaning on dukshinetine to go ra meter per second whole divided by second. So the lela uchinitiban and the acceleration is equal to meter per second and a whole divided by younger second. Ra. Okay, now meter per second the multiply china and the reciprocal chai ra duksine. Ra. So what we get is meter per second ni to second square. Duksine acceleration ki and unit dila meter per second square li. That is the standard unit for acceleration. Ra. dine ngonzo tiwa khashi nala centimeter per second square la netting in there your ra so those tigi na we have to convert it to meter per second square nala to convert churel okay ta dine ra uniform acceleration da non uniform acceleration ra so the acceleration the change in velocity la ra velocity change go re la ra so change chigyo di ani uniformly change chigyo na tikpa chini change chigyo na and that becomes uniform acceleration also free falling object sangma ani uniform acceleration ge example na te go ra kisi gravity chikpo chi influence na la ma sagyo na ra all other factors are negligible the wind ki factor the mangu jingu ro free falling object this is sangma nganzo ki neglect chisuna only under the influence of gravity chikpu chi influence ma sagyo ge object free falling objects so ani uniform acceleration ge example re ra tide non uniform acceleration la du 100 rojlo kur velana and velocity change he di ani time interval chikpa nala uniform chi konda velocity change he di chikpa change chi me vina and didu ani non uniform acceleration chai real okay tadine acceleration dishe ge di ro ngonsu gi speed increasing velocity increasing gi example khasir penchana motor chi rest kala yo che ro let's suppose a car is at rest car at rest car rest kana yudu kyogi initial di 0 re gugyo dango marwa so initial velocity will be 0 meter per second ta car gi tabu dile ko lega dostong che dimi motor the start chi ani motor door do let's suppose kyogi final velocity di 5 meter per second do china motor start chirwa tabu rest kala yore dine start chini move chirwa so in this case ani velocity kharchi do increase chidwa so velocity increase chigina ani acceleration di khadina kharna lir velana we will get positive acceleration di khadine positive reals okay now let's suppose motor jinge ne do dior da wa let's take car b example of car b dinge ne do dior velocity digam kan la do dior 10 meter per second ki velocity kan la car is already moving ta ko motion ba jitu ani ko motor car di v khazi chai re final di 0 chai wa v di 0 so in that case what happens is velocity is decreasing velocity di khachi gore ma cha di ani acceleration di khalle ir velana negative acceleration le ir okay ta namgyu ngonju gi acceleration rate di ani positive ta negative ni gala phejo dang wa hine anjo ta chigi do dang chine do we na ro positive finger dila acceleration che negative ma cha dungen dila anjo gi deceleration ne phejo dang ro deceleration yana we can also call it as retardation khana ma cha du wi wajila khogo re however ta anjo gi calculation da dile gi context na la ma le yundu ani positive negative ni gala anjo gi acceleration la term di phejo dang re so this is all about acceleration okay ta hanju gi loktip ki thanda acceleration kan la ro loktip nang la page number 103 nang la ro example 8.4 the any acceleration ki thanda ga ji hanju tishe ga sha gi formula khan des lengu yume denzo ki base tin example ro ta the example chik re ta di danyam do ani khinan ju ta di example de khande chi du tarwa and di shula ni loktem na la tiwa mongu jure and dinzo ni solve chi darwa ni formula khande sleng do dinga jo ko chu okay ta example dinala again you have been given conditions right case needed khate rolna puji cycle tang ra cycle di thangbo rest kan la res stationary position stationary la di rest kan la ta jo physics ki tiwa solve chi ro khadi ne di point khashi jur pick up chia velocity ki je indi object rest ni start chire yana stationary position ni start chire la di ngo khadi ne khari ko le na initial velocity di 0 re la ni ko le ro dine kisi object ro ta move chi yo che ani break ga ni ka re le yo na ga suna ani khadi ne final di 0 lir di ani ngo ta trick la ora the trick the mara the logic this simple din de yor ra tin zo ani ngan zo go che suna calculation solve che le la tu de ta thanda de la tik ji de ra ani pu ji in cycle ji in stationary position ne pedal chi ne ani speed digam ji tu ji digam na la 18 chi re le ne che ra so stationary let's suppose case ni ra thanda de la case thambut na la khati le na object cycle the stationary position na yor la ra which means u the 0 meter per second real okay ta ku ki pedal ja ne and speed khaje 18 chire na 6 meter per second 18 chire the velocity change chidwa change ye ki thuju di kharwela na 30 seconds so adi tiba ki part thangbu na che dine part ni wa na kharte rela na ta ku ki speed tharangal ro di yorwa ta ku ki speed di 6 meter per second gal ro di yorwa dine ku ki brake apply chine cycle di slow down chiri that means ku ki initial velocity di khaji chatu re case ni wa na 6 meter per second chatu ra dine final di brake apply chine cycle slow down chine speed di khaji char wela na 4 meter per second that becomes his final velocity cycle khaji ki final velocity chatu ra di velocity change ye ki thuju di ani time khaji god wela na 5 seconds in next 5 seconds lan thi di dokshina ngazula condition ni ter ra ta ni ga na la khirangi ni acceleration there we have been asked to find acceleration in both the cases case 1 the case 2 ni ga na la acceleration there ra so let us take an case 1 acceleration ki formula khara v minus u divided by t acceleration is given by this formula right so here a is equal to tadi case thangbu digajinda first case dikaje a is equal to v khazar do 6 le do minus u khazar do 0 divided by time khazar do 30 so acceleration is equal to 6 ne 0 thena 6 rangja che 30 is equal to 6 1s are 6 6 5s are 30 ta anju pu mangbo chikirwa 1/5 di in this thing those thing ra manzo 1/2 is equal to 2 lani mango thing ra di ta da dir vela na ding mare ra 1/2 da 2 ni chikma marwa chikam 1/5 da 5 ni ka chikma mare las khachi ni chikma mare kesi 5 di numerator che denominator la 1 yuna na 5 chagirwa 1/5 lana manzo exe da ninga ni chikla na nga marwa exe out of 5 ne 1 mashmale na chikwa so here 1/5 di nganzo khandis tangir wela divide ta ai engyo guni ra 5 1s are 5 5 0s are 0 1 has wa point chine 0 chine 10 chairwa 5 2s are 10 so acceleration in this case will be the unit che 0.2 I meter per second square ra di case thangbu dikhaji che ta case ni wa dikhaji da second case again a is equal to v minus u divided by t okay in this case v is equal to v khazur do 4 che minus u the khazur we 6 re divided by 5 which is equal to 4 ne 6 the bena minus 2 che ruwa minus 2 divided by 5 right so tadi katang vina 5 1s are 5 5 0s are 0 5 4s are 20 minus u bache acceleration is equal to minus 0.4 meter per second square di khwegachi unit chini so in that case khwegi case ni wa nala acceleration di negative na li de so taking ye la unit shirwa kisi speed ma chayu na acceleration di negative speed ya phargi na acceleration di positive dokshine this is all about acceleration and thara yi tharing chid tujana